Welcome to the fucking show.
Welcome to the show, have a seat, my nigga, recline back. Real niggas making a speech, so acknowledge that I never turn bitch of the op. And I can promise that this 4 nickel tucked on my hip, that bitch Obama black. See a target, lock onto it, then demolish that. My shooters.
It's been a few years in the making. And so over the last year and a half, we really worked with a lot of our clients to be able to help them grow their portfolio of real estate assets. And so we're bringing a lot of our investors that we work with to Cleveland. Some of them are already invested here, some of them aren't. But the Midwest, more specifically Northeast Ohio, is a hotbed for real estate investment. Cleveland is a top 10 real estate market in the country. Most people don't know that. And so there's a reason that there's a lot of dollars that are flowing into Cleveland. And so my event is a real estate bus tour, and what we're doing is we are bringing a lot of our resources, a lot of my team into the mainstream.
Right.
So we're doing on-site property walkthroughs with our contractors. We're talking about specific strategies that I and others are using to be able to make $5,000 or $10,000 a month in real estate.
Right.
So there's a lot of ways to make money. You don't have to fix and flip. You don't have to buy and hold. There's a lot of ways you can make money in real estate without ever owning the property, and most people are just not aware of that.
Okay, so you have any spots left on the bus?
I do. So it's we've got about five seats left, if I remember from last count. I haven't checked this morning, but there's about a week left. So the event is a week from today. It's next Saturday, the 26th. It's from 10 to 6. It's an all-day event. And what we're doing is just really touring Cleveland. We're looking at some of the prime investment neighborhoods on the east side and west side. And we're going to be showing investors, hey, these are the specific zip codes that we look at, where you can pretty much have a guaranteed 10, 12, 15% rate of return.
Oh, that's what's up. So, if I want to get on the bus, how can I get on the bus? I'm trying to get on the bus.
I'm trying to get on the bus. So there's two ways. So Eventbrite, we are using Eventbrite as our host to be able to book tickets for the event. So you can find the event at real estate investor field training, or you can book it on my website, TonyRobinson.com, TONE Robinson.com.
Okay. It's like, a lot of people when they think about real estate, they think about like Carlton Sheets. They think about the glorious side of it, of the game.
Yes,
Tell us
sir.
about the other side of the game, and what things that new or prospective investors should avoid.
Man, listen, your show ain't long enough, bro. There's a lot of pitfalls, right?
I would say
within
top
real
three.
estate.
Top three.
So there's a lot of pitfalls. So I'm going to take it back to the basics, all right? The best consumer is an educated consumer, right? So if you are looking to invest in real estate and you haven't done your homework, you're giving money away. The contractor got his hands out, the realtor got their hands out, everybody got their hands out waiting for you to sign a check. And you last, right? So education is the first part. Education is the key. If you don't understand what you're doing, every investment is risky based on the information you have. So the better your information, the less risky it becomes, right? So the number one thing most investors should look at is educate themselves about the market that they're looking to get into. That's the first thing. Number two, if you're looking to buy and hold, which most of my clients are doing, make sure you definitely vet the property. When I say vet the property, make sure you're going and doing inspections of the property before you purchase it. If you have to hire a home inspector, make sure you're doing that. We offer those services to our clients as well, but essentially making sure you do your due diligence. Check those drains, making sure you get cameras of those drains. I've bought many properties in my life. I can definitely tell you I've dug up some basements because I didn't camera the drains first. So that's a huge expense. And if you're not ready for it, that's something that can definitely break your pockets. So making sure you do your due diligence on any property, and more than anything else, find a good mentor. This is not a business that your homeboy or your cousin gonna be able to just give to you and you get it right the first time.
Right.
Get a mentor, period.
And that's some services that you offer.
Whether you're using me or not, you know, the most important thing is to have the information and then shorten that learning curve.
Right.
You know, somebody that's been in any particular industry for over 20 years has their 10,000 hours, right? They've mastered what they're doing, right?
Right.
But they ain't giving it for free.
Yes, they shouldn't. Yes, they
So-
shouldn't. The thing is like with anything, people want, you know, somebody to just hold their hand and, you know, walk them through it, you know, free of charge. But the game is to be sold,
Man,
not
say
told.
that. Absolutely. So the bus tour is us being able to help our clients in a larger capacity. We're
Right.
bringing a lot of our resources from a lot of our team that's coming in, the wholesaler, the realtor, the insurance guy, the lender. We're bringing a whole lot of resources together on the bus to be able to help people understand how you can make money and what strategies you can use all over the city.
Right.
Whether you're using Airbnb or short-term rentals, or whether you're doing a border home or group home. A lot of people are interested in doing that. There's ways you can do that without government oversight. Most people think, oh, I want to do a group home, I need to go get these licenses through the county. You don't need that. So there's a number of ways to go about each individual strategy, but making sure you get your ducks in a row, do all your homework. Airbnb, for example, make sure you check your city ordinances to make sure the Airbnb is allowed in that city.
And
So-
your insurance plans. And find out
Absolutely.
which companies that do it, like, you know, by trade, I'm an insurance professional. So.
Well, we know that, but every home needs to be insured, right?
Yes.
So if you don't insure your property, you're spending a whole lot of money without having it insured.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have sure that your plan, you know, is proper. You know?
It's the strategy, right? And so that's what we help our clients to kind of understand, that there's a strategy involved. And just because you may be a buy and hold or you may be a fix and flip person, that doesn't mean that works for me and my family.
Exactly.
And so we really try and help people understand where they fit into the marketplace with their individual situation. My credit is not your credit,
Right.
right? My bank account ain't your bank account. So what may work for you may not work for me. And so it's important to understand that each individual strategy, each individual family, each individual person is a unique situation. And if you're coming into the marketplace for real estate, just understanding you are unique and where you fit into that marketplace.
Absolutely, absolutely. So tell us about an aha moment in your career. Where the light bulb went off on a particular issue that's memorable.
Man, there's many. Weekly. Bro, when you got 100 properties, man, you're gonna have an aha moment every week.
Right.
I'll give you a good one. I had an aha moment about a year and a half ago. My company has been in business full time for about 12 years, and business is going well. You know, we've had some great years, and we've had some lean years, right? And so there was a client that came to me for consulting, for private client services, to say they were trying to wholesale. They had paid for someone else's training, and they had done a few deals. And I said, well, you know, I think I'm gonna take your training, because I don't, you know, I'm still green in some areas. I said, okay. So over the course of about 3 months, I worked with this person, a young lady, and she's from a healthcare background. She didn't know anything about real estate, but she got into wholesaling, like I said, through a course. She took my course and said, you know, I think this is going to be really beneficial for me. Where it was an aha moment for me is I had never done wholesaling. I don't really like wholesalers. They don't know the business. They waste my time a lot, right? I said, wait a minute, why am I not wholesaling? Why am I not? Right? So from about a year and a half ago, do about $5 to $7 grand per deal. We do multiple deals every month. So I was giving away money in the marketplace just because I wasn't in tune to wholesaling. So the bus tour is going to be talking about wholesaling and ways you can make money without ever owning a property. I just closed the deal this week, and it took a little longer than normal, but I'll take the cash to come with it.
Right. Absolutely.
So, for folks that are interested in the bus tour, like you asked about, again, it's next week, March 26th, which is a Saturday. It's an all-day event. We're starting off at the DoubleTree Hotel downtown. And then, like I mentioned, we're going to be touring some different neighborhoods around Cleveland. So if you're interested in wholesaling, learn how to make $5 or $10 grand a month without ever owning a property, no credit involved, you don't need a real estate license to do it, right? But it is a specific niche in the marketplace. So we're teaching some of that. We're talking about Airbnb. We're talking about traditional buy and hold, and then fix and flip. So we're talking about some of those strategies, and next week is the opportunity. So if you're interested in getting into the business of real estate, March 26th, check us out on the website.
All right. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Tone, we want to give you your social media. So
Yeah, absolutely.
How to get in touch with them? Buy the book. You know what I'm saying? Buy the book.
The Offensive Playbook, 9 Rules for Guaranteed Real Estate Success. My guys that are doing a good job of promoting it for me. You can find it on my website at TonyRobinson.com. That's TONE Robinson.com. And then you can also find a lot of my information on my social platforms. We're on Facebook, Instagram, we're on YouTube, so you can find us on all those different platforms. Tony Robinson Consulting.
All right. Again, thank you for tuning in to radio. Catch us next time. Thank you.
Talk to you soon. See you soon.
That was a great interview.
Appreciate it.
Slick.
Yes, sir.
In and out like a rapper.
Man, that's how I do, man. I appreciate you, man.
That was great,
What's
man.
up?
I'm in here like, I need to sign up for a
You should.
No, man, I want to go tell my homeboy, like, man.
You know?
What do you do? What kind of work do you do?
I basically like promote battle rap and stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you into music.
Yeah.
Man, the good thing about music is one of those cash cow businesses. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta
If you're doing it right,
get there.
you got to get there, of course, like anything else. But, for folks that are interested in real estate, it's one of the pillars of wealth, man. Business, investments, and real estate. If you ain't doing one of those three, you're stuck, right? And even in Cleveland, Northeast Ohio, everybody pretty much jumbled in the middle. Don't matter if you got a degree, don't got a degree. Whether you have a professional job or you work for the city.
Sure.
Everybody pretty much make between 30 and 80 grand, right? That's Cleveland, right? So if you want to be outside of those parameters, you need real estate or a business or investing. That's period.
The money got to come from somewhere.
Money got to come from somewhere.
That's a fact.
Right? So I have been lucky, in addition to being a little disciplined, having a banking background, working in a bank for a long time. His mom worked in the bank for a long time. You see people in scenarios all the time, right? Whether it's a business owner that's got a little money, but their credit jacked up, right? Or the guy